While there are signs the rate of new coronavirus infections are declining here in the United States, there is still growing concern over more contagious variants becoming the dominant strain. And San Diego currently has the largest cluster of the UK coronavirus variant in California. So here with an update on efforts to stop the spread is Mayor Todd Gloria of San Diego. Mayor Gloria, thank you so much for being with us. So give us a sense of where things stand right now in San Diego. How many cases do you know that you have there?
You know, Amy, I don't have a number for you this morning, but we identified our first patient with the UK strain back on December the 30th. And since that time, of course, as you mentioned, the numbers are growing in our community. This is at a time when people are very optimistic about the distribution of vaccines. We're seeing hundreds of thousands of San Diegans being vaccinated. But my message, and what your viewers need to know, is that we're not out of the woods yet. And that as people get the vaccination, that's fantastic, and they should get those vaccines. But we have to continue to be guarded because every public health professional I speak to says that this variant has the potential of creating another surge, potentially at the end of this month, sometime next month. And we don't want to lose the progress we've made in recent months of reducing the number of positive cases and having a semblance of hope of reopening our economy sometime this year.
Yes, speaking of that progress, I know that coronavirus hospitalizations have trended downward there in San Diego since around mid-January. What do you think is behind that very positive trend?
Well, I think vaccinations have a huge part to do with that. Over 300,000 San Diegans have now been vaccinated. We had our 100,000th vaccine done at our city's Tailgate Park facility next to where the San Diego Padres play. We are seeing tremendous progress in this regard, not as much as I would like. And if anyone from Pfizer and Moderna are watching, please send vaccinations in San Diego. We can put them to use. But those vaccines are getting into the arms of San Diegans. And honestly, we also see some pretty good adherence by locals to the public health order. That has allowed those reductions in numbers happen, allowed us to slightly reopen our economy. I don't want to lose that momentum. So I want to continue to get doses in the arms of San Diegans, and I want to continue to ask San Diegans to adhere to the public health order. If we do this, I believe that we can start reopening our schools. We can reopen our economy. We can get back to some level of normalcy in the not too distant future.
And that is that hope that everyone has right now, that is where we're headed next. Now, I just heard you call out the vaccine manufacturers saying we need more vaccines. Give me a sense of what the difference is between supply and demand there in San Diego.
Be happy to. You know, just last week, we as a city were blessed to start receiving vaccines directly. Up to this point, it has been with our partners at the County of San Diego that we've been participating in vaccination. But a week ago, we opened our first municipal vaccination superstation in Balboa Park, our famous Balboa Park. We are vaccinating about 200 people a day there, but we have the capacity to do over 1,000. And the difference between the 200 we're giving and the 1,000 we could do is just inventory. It's just supply. We're hopeful this week that we'll get a modest increase in the number of doses that we'll receive as a city, but we still have tremendous amount of capacity in the system to vaccinate more San Diegans. And so again, to the extent that our state, federal, and private sector partners can provide municipalities like ours the opportunity to vaccinate more people, I'm trying to run the most efficient vaccination system in America to prove that we are worthy of additional doses. And that's how we can reopen our economy. And you can understand how important this is in a town like San Diego, where we're so dependent on tourism, travel, and hospitality. We have to communicate that we are safe to reopen, and we need the vaccine to do that.
Yeah, and Mayor, I heard you just a few moments ago talk about also that need to reopen schools. And, you know, we've learned that more than 100 staffers and students are actually being quarantined in one of your counties just 2 days after they resumed classes. We heard the CDC director recently say that vaccination of teachers is not a prerequisite for a safe reopening of schools. The teachers union feels very differently about that. Where do you stand on vaccinating our educators?
Well, I would like to see if we do get a bump in inventory of doses to help prioritize our teachers. You know, I hear loud and clear from parents that their children are suffering, that they want them back in school. I hear from our teachers that they want to go back to school, but they want to do it safely and they'd like to be vaccinated. We're doing 5,000 vaccinations a day at our Tailgate Park facility next to Petco Park where the Padres play. If we considered maybe prioritizing kindergarten through second grade teachers, we think we could do all of them in our community in probably a day. And so if we focus that attention on the most vulnerable students, I believe we can safely reopen and work towards bringing all of our children back to school.
Well, you have hit the ground running there now as mayor of San Diego. Mayor Todd Gloria, we appreciate you taking time out of your day to speak with us. We wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.